didn't start with a bang, it started with a whisper. Quiet policy papers, obscure central bank announcements, and dry-sounding pilot programs. Central Bank Digital Currencies, or CBDCs, once seemed like just another buzzword for academics and crypto nerds to toss around. But now, in 2025, the conversation has shifted. The whispers have become roars. And what was once a theoretical experiment has evolved into a global arms race for control over the very essence of economic power, money itself. CBDCs are not crypto. That's the first thing you need to understand. They don't run on decentralized networks, they aren't mined by the public, and they don't promise freedom from central control. Quite the opposite. CBDCs are government-issued digital currencies, built to be programmable, traceable, and most importantly, controllable. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, they exist within a tightly walled garden overseen by central banks and monitored by governments. You don't own CBDCs in the traditional sense. You're granted access to them. Access that can be edited, limited, or revoked at will. It sounds convenient at first. No more third-party banking delays, no more transaction fees. You can pay instantly, 24/7, with digital dollars that live in a secure app on your phone. For the unbanked, this could be a lifeline. For small businesses, a game changer. And in a world increasingly dominated by contactless payments and online commerce, it feels like a natural evolution, but peel back the layers and a darker picture emerges. CBDCs can be programmed not just to move or freeze, but to act on conditions. What does that mean? Imagine the government deciding your CBDC wallet can't be used at fast food restaurants, for your own health, of course, or that your monthly stimulus expires after 30 days unless you spend it to boost the economy, they'll say. Or maybe your funds are blocked from purchasing train tickets if your carbon footprint exceeds a certain threshold, all in the name of climate justice. These are not hypotheticals. In China, the digital yuan is already being tested with expiry dates, geofencing, and even social credit link functionality. Spend too much on luxury goods or criticize the government online? Your access to funds could quietly shrink. Your wallet might simply stop working. No appeals, no banks to call, just silence. The West is not far behind. In the United States, the Federal Reserve has launched Project Hamilton, a pilot program exploring a digital dollar infrastructure. Europe's digital euro is in advanced development. The Bank of England, Canada, Brazil, India, dozens of countries are all either testing or deploying their own versions. What's the rush? The answer is power, because whoever controls the money controls the people. Let's talk privacy. In a CBDC world, every transaction is recorded in real time. There's no cash to lose, sure, but there's also no way to hide. Whether you're donating to a political cause, tipping a street performer, or sending money to your family abroad, it's all logged. Every cent, every second, every location. Imagine a future where the government doesn't need warrants or subpoenas to investigate your finances. They already have the data, and what about banking itself? CBDCs threaten to bypass traditional banks entirely. If the central bank gives you a digital wallet directly, what's the point of private banks? Why use JP Morgan or Bank of America when you can store money with the Federal Reserve? The implications are seismic. Banks could collapse under a mass exodus of deposits. Lending would shrink. Interest rates would warp. The entire financial ecosystem as we know it could be rewritten in less than a decade. And the most terrifying part? Emergency powers. Governments love emergencies. They grant them authority, justify drastic actions, and allow them to bypass normal rules. What happens when the next crisis hits? A pandemic, a war, a cyber attack. And CBDCs are used to stabilize the system. Suddenly, restrictions appear, spending limits are set, certain goods are deprioritized. The financial system becomes a tool for behavioral control. Some will say this is paranoid, but history tells us otherwise. After 9/11, we got the Patriot Act. After COVID-19, we got global lockdowns, surveillance apps, and vaccine passports. In the name of safety, privacy was shredded. Now, with CBDCs, the last bastion of anonymous freedom, cash, is on the chopping block. And they won't outlaw cash overnight, that would spark outrage. Instead, they'll incentivize you. discounts for using digital dollars, early access to tax refunds, government benefits only payable in CBDC form. Slowly but surely, cash becomes obsolete. Stores stop accepting it, banks stop offering it, ATMs vanish, and then one day you'll try to pay with a $20.00 bill and someone will look at you like you're holding a museum artifact. This is the real war, not with bullets or bombs, but with bytes and buttons. A war over how we pay, where we pay, and whether we're allowed to pay at all. It's the financial version of Orwell's dystopia, and it's not set in the future, it's happening right now. So ask yourself, when money is no longer something you own, but something you're allowed to use, what happens to freedom? Who controls your money? Controls your life. If this made your heart race even a little, subscribe right now, because in the next video, we're breaking down how programmable money could destroy your financial independence and what you can do before it's too late. Don't wait until your wallet is locked by someone else's decision. Stay informed, stay empowered, stay free.